So welcome into day number one on a Monday as you see the Bandoleros beginning to roll in the backfield. So we will run heat races. We'll take a quick break after that, run dashes, and then we'll run feature competition on day number one. Everybody is together. So this is heat race number one for the Bandolero competitors, and on the pole is car number 9. That is TJ Moon. To the outside, the 26 is Laquan McCoy. Moon from Taylorsville, North Carolina. As the green flag flies, we are underway. These are 8-lap heat races for Bandoleros and Legends on day number one of the Winter Showdown. Moon takes advantage. McCoy to second. Running in third is the 41 from Fredericton, New Brunswick. That is Mandy Lee, and at the back of the field, the 2 is Lily Wynot. So if you're joining us, these heat races have no bearing on the feature lineup. They qualified for the feature already. That will be later on this afternoon. Battle up in front for the lead in this heat race. As Moon in the 9 from Taylorsville, North Carolina, the blue number 9, keeping Laquan McCoy at bay. They come by this time to complete that lap. 3 laps on the board. McCoy trying to find a way around the 9 up in front. Handful of steering wheel. We saw McCoy have his hands full during the practice sessions earlier on. They have been working away on that race car to try to get the 26 just a wee bit better. And as you can see, in this heat race, he is in the ballpark with a slide that time at a turn number 4. Swooping exit out of 2 to the inside, and there goes the 26. What a move by McCoy to take the lead with 2 laps to go. 2 to go. And McCoy begins to pull away. Moon in second, Lee in third, fourth is Lily Wynot. And see it there, those gloves, having that handful of steering wheel, especially at a turn number 4 over the bumps. White flag flies. McCoy up on the wheel and fighting that thing all the way around the Dale. Through 3 and 4, heat race number 1 for the Bandoleros. Gonna go to Laquan McCoy. TJ Moon in second. Third is Mandy Lee, and fourth is Lily Wynot. So the 26 collects the checkered flag in the heat race. They'll take a cool down lap and head back to the pit area through the infield. McCoy over Moon, Lee, Wynot, and Wyatt Coffey not answering the call to the green in the heat. They were told in the drivers' meeting earlier the heat races are optional. So maybe Coffey might be saving it for that feature later on this afternoon. Go down, we are going to show you Bandolero qualifying from earlier on today. Keep in mind the qualifying session sets the field for the feature later on this afternoon. So we'll show you this, and we'll be back momentarily with the dashes here from the Winter Showdown at Auburndale Speedway. Bandoleros on the racetrack for their qualifying session for day number 1 here at the Winter Showdown, a part of the Showdown Series. They will have their opportunity to put their time up on the clock, and that will set the lineup for the feature later on this afternoon on a beautiful Monday afternoon at Auburndale Speedway. TJ Moon in car number 9 on the racetrack. You see the 41 on your screen. That is the driver from Fredericton, New Brunswick. It's Mandy Lee. Behind the wheel of the Dion Signs, Arlie Renovations entry as she rounds corners number 3 and 4. Timed qualifying to set the field. The 2 is another one of our Canadian competitors. That is Lily Wynot, her 3rd ever race with us this afternoon, as she and Mandy Lee will swap spots on the racetrack. Currently fastest in qualifying is TJ Moon in car number 9. And there is the 9 on your screen as Moon works around the Auburndale Speedway. And the yellow flag displayed on the racetrack. Moon currently about 3/10 or so. We got one wheel off. That's from the 2 of Lily Wynot. That is the left front wheel. Somebody didn't tighten that one up, as Wynot in the infield. And she will try to get that thing back to the pit. It's probably not going to corner as well on 3 wheels as opposed to 4, as she will head back to the overall collision crew in the pit area. And we'll send the team out. And the wheel got over to turn number 2. We'll see it here as the safety crew goes and finds it right behind the pole, conveniently for our camera, but it is right there. So it made it a long distance from the front straightaway all the way over to turn number 2. So we have 5 Bandolero competitors here on day number 1. So we'll have another group momentarily with the remaining 2. Currently, quick time set by TJ Moon of Taylorsville, North Carolina. And these drivers will have a little more time on the clock to set their quick time. Mandy Lee currently 2nd, Lily Wynot in 3rd. Lee has to find about 3/10 of a second or so to get up to TJ Moon, and both of your competitors back under the green flag as they run down the back straightaway. It is a race against the clock to see what time they can put up. Lee up the hill, Moon down to the inside. And Moon will look to pull away and get a time. Lee maybe trying to get a little bit of that draft. That time by both drivers still looking to eclipse their fastest time. They'll come by this time, one more lap on the board, as they have 5 laps scored on the board for these Bandolero competitors. The 41 of Lee working in behind, and down the front straightaway they go. TJ Moon still up top. Mandy Lee had her fastest lap last time by at a 17:06 to TJ Moon's 16:85. And as I say that, Moon goes to a 16:76. So the 9 on your screen, the quickest time so far in Bandolero qualifying through the first group. Lee in the 41, sitting in 2nd. And she betters her quick time at a 17:03. Was talking to that team earlier last afternoon, or yesterday afternoon's practice, trying to find the right gearing for this racetrack. White flag flies. Final lap for this group. And Mandy Lee again, just a little bit quicker to 16:99. Still needs to find a little bit of time to get up to TJ Moon. Moon currently is setting the fast time. They'll come to AJ in the checkered flag this time. And the fast times will stay where they were on the board, with TJ Moon at a 16:76. Mandy Lee at a 16:99, and Lily Wynot at an 18:14. Wynot only getting 2 laps in before the wheel fell off, literally, on car number 2. Like that. You're soaking up the sun all by yourself, right? I need to work on my tan, I understand. This is the Bandolero feature on day number 1 for the Showdown Series, the Winter Showdown. And on the pole position is car number 2 from Waynesboro, Virginia. That's Wyatt Coffey to the outside. Is the 26. Well, yep. They're getting lined up there. That is Laquan McCoy from Fort Miller, South Carolina. From Taylorsville, North Carolina, the 9 is TJ Moon. Mandy Lee in the 41 from Fredericton, New Brunswick. And completing your field from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, the 2 is Lily Why Not. And next time by, we're going racing. This is a 25-lap feature for the Bandoleros. So the field will get the green flag the next time. McCoy quick in the heat, Coffey quick in the dash. Obviously both put up good times in qualifying. They'll go head-to-head here in this 25-lap Bandolero feature. Here comes the field. AJ throws the green, and we're underway, and already Moon to the inside. Moon to the lead, crossover by Coffey, and Coffey will go back to the top spot. McCoy watches in third, little bumper being exchanged there. Moon now on the bumper of Coffey, and Coffey gets a great run through 1 and 2 and puts a couple lengths between himself and the blue number 9 of TJ Moon. McCoy sits in position number 3. And we got a battle on our hands for the runner-up spot. The blue number 9 of TJ Moon has the 26 of McCoy to the back bumper. Mandy Lee not too far off that battle for position number 2. Trying to get on the podium here this afternoon on the Monday to pick up a Showdown Series trophy. Trying to pick up one of those palm trees. McCoy was sideways that time at a turn number 4. Lost some ground to the top 2. The 9 of Moon gives a bobble back. And the 2 has looked rock solid up in front so far. Coffey will lead lap number 5. Top 3 on your screen. They have broken away from 4th on back. 26 of McCoy trying to get the real estate back that they lost on the 9 of Moon. Coffey begins to inch away just a little bit more as we work through the laps here. 7 laps completed this time, 18 laps to go. And unlike what we've seen out of the 9 and the 26 battling for second, it seems like Coffey has a easier time around the bumps. We saw McCoy have a handful of steering wheel couple of laps ago, wrestling with that race car. Got a great launch that time off of turn number 2. And zeroes back in on the Moon at number 9. Best battle on the racetrack is this battle for position number 2. McCoy trying to get that run out of the corner. Great run there in turn number 4. Looked smooth for the 26. Little sideways in 2 that time. Little bit of a drift. The 9 has an opportunity now to put a little bit of distance between himself and Laquan McCoy in behind. Laps continuing to click away here. 11 already completed, closing in on the halfway point in this 25-lap Bandolero feature. Oh, McCoy sideways that time in the middle of 3 and 4, trying to get it done. McCoy not letting the 9 of Moon get away. Up the hill goes McCoy. This time by cross flags from AJ. We're halfway home. There's that battle for second. McCoy is there, steps up to the outside. Where does he put that car to try to make the move on Moon? Moon doing a great job holding on to that runner-up position. Coffey is gone up in front of the field. McCoy over the bumps a little bit down there in turn number 2. And now all that time that he had made up on the 9, gonna have to make it up again. There's your leader on the screen. That is Wyatt Coffey. Coffey doing a great job. Half straightaway lead. Back to the 9 of Moon and the 26 of McCoy. And McCoy trying to reel back in. Your driver in the runner-up position. 4th place currently belongs to the 41 of Mandy Lee. And in behind Lee sits the 2 of Lily Wynot as they get laps and experience on this racetrack. For some of these drivers, it's a new tire for them. So not only do they have to learn the new racetrack, they're still trying to get seat time in the Bandoleros, but they're also trying to learn the nuances of a new-to-them American Racer tire. Battle for second. McCoy is back on the back bumper of the 9. Moon trying to hold on. McCoy looking for a way around TJ Moon. 6 laps remaining. This is the battle for second. McCoy looking to the inside. A little bit of a peek down the back straightaway, but that was all it was. Trying to set up the move for the runner-up position. Coffey is gone up in front. McCoy is there. How do you make the move around the 9? Do you have to use the bumper a little bit to get up on that runner-up position? Fast-paced Bandolero feature on the Monday, and there goes the 26 sideways again at a 2, and that might have cooked that battle for the runner-up position because they are running at a time with only 3 laps remaining. Sticks in the air, 2 laps to go for the 2. Coffey up in front. Going to come up on some lap traffic here in the next lap or so. The battle for second. McCoy's trying to get there, but he is going to run out of time. White flag flies. Wyatt Coffey got out to the lead early. Stood his ground, consistent. And Wyatt Coffey is going to victory lane, the first winner in the Showdown Series in the Winter Showdown. Coffey and McCoy tried it at the end, could not get to Moon. Moon and McCoy, second and third. We'll go down trackside and chat with your podium finishers. Wyatt Coffey's your winner. We'll get the helmet off in a couple of words with our first winner of the week. Wyatt, it looked easy up in front. How easy was it behind the wheel?
It got a little tight through the center once we kept going, but I just had to drive the car as good as I could.
It looked like the 2 behind you had a handful of steering wheel. How much were you struggling with that wheel, or was it as smooth as it looked?
It wasn't as smooth as it looked. It was a little tight coming through. I just had to stick with it and go with what I had.
Big win here to kick off Speed Weeks, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Wyatt Coffey, your feature winner. Wyatt, we might need some help here. Oh, there we go. Just needed Kathy's touch. Laquan McCoy climbing from the third place car as TJ Moon also climbs out. We'll catch up with our third place finisher first here as Laquan gets the helmet and the Hans off. That thing looked sideways from up in the tower. How much did you have to wheel this race car to get where you are?
Well, I have to thank my team. I have to thank Josh and my dad and Zach. They helped me get here. They helped me learn how to wheel the car. I couldn't have done it without them. I just have to thank my team a lot, and yeah.
Sounds like there's some excitement back there. How much did you learn for later on in this week to try to get up and get one of those checkered flags?
Well, I learned that I have to get on the gas a little quicker and kind of hold the wheel a little more, but we're working through that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Laquan McCoy and over here to TJ Moon. He was on your bumper. Did you see him back there in those last few laps?
Yeah, he was pretty close, and then I just kept on getting loose. But he was fast, definitely.
What else do you got to do to get up here and get that 2 car at the end of these races?
Probably just drive it a little bit harder and get it a little bit tighter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's TJ Moon, your top 3 finishers in the Bandolero feature. Legend cars coming up in just a few moments.